What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, guys. We back in Australia with overseas students Australia, and we got 10 things you should know about Australian culture. We're gonna check this out. I believe my guy here, he's been living in Australia for like 16 years, and I believe he helping I don't know if he help overseas students. I believe that's what it's called. He's helping overseas students that are coming to Australia to get an education. So we can check this out. Maybe it's I already see at the bottom, Australia very friendly. So, that's already, I heard that before, and I experienced that myself. But we finna check this out. Let's get it.
Australian culture is very unique, and it has many features and characteristics that makes it really different than many other countries in the world. If you are planning to come to Australia, these are the 10 things you should know about Australian culture. Let's get started with the first one. Australians are very friendly people. Now, generally speaking, Australians are very friendly, honest and open-minded people. As an example, if you are on the street and you see a stranger, you generally smile and say hi to them. And most likely they're going to smile back and reply to you hi. Apart from friendly, Australians are very funny people as well. They like to make fun and crack jokes. And if you are coming to Australia for the first time, you might find it a bit challenging to understand some of their jokes. So the tip here for you is don't take things too seriously and go with the flow.
I feel like that's just a way of life. I feel like that's how life should be, Don't take things too serious. Go with the flow, have a sense of humor. That's why I love Australia.
If you're not understanding their jokes yet, you will start getting the jokes after a while. Number 2, Australians love their sports. So whether it's football,
AFL is back. I got a team. I think my guy dream team is going with Brisbane. I like Sydney. I like Buddy. I'm a Buddy Franklin fan. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we finna be battling.
Whether it's AFL, whether it's cricket or rugby or any other sports, Australians are very competitive in sports. And Australian fans love to back their home team regardless of the sports they are playing. So if your home country teams are coming here playing against Australia, be ready to face hardcore Australian fans along with their teams.
And I forgot in the Discord, my guy, I got you. He sends me the Australia basketball team and they played I want to say they played the Dream Team or some other team. It was been in the 90s. I got you. I might have to put that on my sports channel, though. I have a sports channel, just Dart Reacts. I do more sports videos over there, but nobody was messing with that Dream Team. But I do like Lauren Jackson. I do like, Ben Simmons let me down. But Patty Mills, champion, let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Number 3, Australians do not follow specific religion. That's correct that many Australians don't follow any specific religion. And some of them don't follow any religion at all. Even though they don't follow any specific religion, they openly accept the practice of any other religion. So if you are coming to Australia, don't worry, you will be okay to practice your own religion. Number 4, some etiquettes when meeting Australian people. So as we discussed earlier, Australians are casual in nature, but when meeting them for the first time, make sure to shake hand with them. And usually Australians like a firm handshake. It's very important to have eye contact with the person you're speaking with, as not looking into the eyes is disrespectful and it seems like you are not telling the truth.
Come on now, that's how it is here too. If somebody can't look you in the eye, something ain't right.
Although as friendly as they are, if you're meeting Australians for the first time, usually don't try to get too close to them, as they don't feel very comfortable about it. The next one, Australians love their slang. Now Australians try to abbreviate everything they say. Basically try to make everything in short. If you haven't watched the video yet, we got a really good video on Australian slangs. Go and check that video out. We'll put the link of that video in the
I checked out a few slangs. I'm gonna have to check theirs out.
Description below. Now you might feel a bit overwhelmed with the abbreviations or the slangs Australians use. And if you don't understand their slang, it's a good idea to ask them to repeat the thing again. Or tell them if you're new here that you don't understand the slangs. And saying hi or hello is much better than saying good day mate if you're new here. The next one is Australians don't accept discrimination or racism. Now it is illegal in Australia to discriminate people based on their color, race, religion, gender or any other attributes. And Australians certainly don't like to discriminate people. Although we are not saying that there is no racism or discrimination in Australia, but you will rarely find that discrimination or racism happening in Australia. And Australians are generally very much against racism or discrimination in everyday life. The next one,
that's good. I feel like that's how it should be. What happened? I did the video and I think it was a lady. She said she was getting discriminated at the job place. Which sometimes work culture can be a little, a little cancerous. You know what I'm saying? It can be a little toxic in the work culture sometimes. But outside of that, I think that would be the only place that you'll really get in trouble for it. Outside, I think people just say people. Most time people don't speak their mind. And most time people say what's on their mind type of thing. But I feel like that's something probably that happens more in the workplace.
Australians don't tip their waiters. So if you are working in hospitality industry as a waiter, waitresses, or even in the kitchen areas, don't expect to get any tips here. Generally, the wages and salaries in Australia are really good. As the minimum,
that's what I'm gonna be ready for. Just paying for my food and getting. I don't know, but I'm that person. I used to be a waiter, so that's why I be tipping. I used to be a
wage
waiter.
per hour in Australia is $19.49.
Oh yeah, they
Australians
good.
generally don't tip people in Australia. However, sometimes if you provide a really good service,
they don't need that
then
tip.
you might end up getting some tips. The next one, Australians don't like to be late for the meetings. As
Better
laid
late
back
than
as
never.
they are, Australians still like to arrive on time for any meetings. So whether it's an interview, meeting someone casually, or a business meeting, make sure to arrive on time. Don't be late. And if you can't make it on time, make sure that you let that person know by text or by calling them.
They always say if you on time, you late. If you early, you on time.
Number 9. Some public transport etiquettes. Now when boarding public transport in Australia, you must give way to the exiting passengers first. And make sure to queue up and don't jump the queue. And it's very important not to eat any food while traveling on public transport in Australia.
Oh, really?
As you might even end up getting a penalty for that.
That's what I haven't done. The public transportation system in Australia, because I've done a lot of Europe public transportation. But I need to check out Australia's public transportation.
As eating food on public transport is not allowed in Australia. And it's a good idea not to talk too loud in public transport. Especially when you're on your phone.
Be doing.
And last but not the least, dating culture in Australia.
Uh-oh.
So if you are planning to date someone in Australia, it's very important to consider these factors. Unlike many other cultures where people like to kiss each other on the cheek when they meet for the first time, Australians are a bit reluctant to do that. Especially when they're meeting you for the first time. So try to avoid that when you're meeting someone for the first time. Lots of Australians love to use different apps for meeting someone. Now, if you're not into these apps and online platforms, then you can meet people at your educational institute, at your workplace, through sports or some other events. But generally the rule is the first meeting is your casual date, and regardless of gender, whether it's male or female, anyone can ask for a date. And when you don't know the person that well as yet, it's good idea to split your bills, which means you will pay 50-50 if you're going out with someone. So these are the 10 things that you should know about Australian culture before moving here. Which one did you find most fascinating? We will look forward to hearing your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.
I need to check out this video of the Australian slang. See how they do their slang. See how they, I guess, demonstrate their slang, But now the public transportation, all of these, public transportation, dating culture, those like the two I probably haven't heard. But even the public transportation, I need to check more out on that. How much it costs. I heard like the bus passes or train passes in Europe, they're at a good price for the euros, and I think they're by the year, I want to say. Or you get them by the ticket by the year or something like, annually, monthly or something like that. You can go anywhere. So see how that is with Australia. But other than that, y'all let me know. There's some more things that I should know about Australia culture. I could probably make a video about, you know what I'm saying? So, but all in all, that's all I have. Y'all be blessed, be the best, and be you. I'm out.